I hope it's pretty obvious. If we look at the equity chart, and we start looking at this sell-off here, this small divergence that we can see perhaps coming in. This is the price of volatility and the market internals, of course, the banker trade. We're trying to look at these from that perspective, and we can see that there's a sell-off coming in here. Now the question is, of course, that might well be priced into the markets. That might be priced into the markets. So if that's priced into the markets, what do you think we could be starting to think about? Well, if there's no trade, right? There might not be any trade. If it's too much priced in, then it might be a reversal trade actually. But what was equity doing at this stage? What was the actual equity price doing? That's what equities were doing. Does anybody not see that as a sell trade? Does anybody not see that as a sell trade? And does anybody have anybody not got the ability to draw a straight line across that level and see that as a sell trade here? It's crystal clear, isn't it? The volatility price was getting expensive. There were no internal buyers. They were pouring out of the trade quite heavily at that stage. And all we've got to now do is see how far they're willing to sell off. And they sold off, guys. My goodness, did they sell off? And they sold off, and they sold off, and they sold off, and we were short from this very, very nice elevated price level up here. We were short from 27s, and we ended up down at a bottom price, guys, of 90. 90. 37 points. $1,800 profit per contract. Who cares what happens next? You should be finished for the day on an $1,800 profit per contract. Should be wrapping up your desk and saying, thank you, I'm out of here. Because that's what we're doing. Most of the guys are finished for the day. They've all finished up. They're all gone. And it's just me left in the room here. So 15s to 20s, that's where we now started to see some real volume activity this morning. And that gives us, as I said, at least the idea of a flip zone. And if we can start to watch for a possible bottom edge divergence creeping into this low print, we may be able to find a reason to build a buy opportunity, perhaps on a little spring trade, perhaps on a retested low, and then obviously the target price, if we could get above 20, could open the door to another $1,500 on the way back up again. So you should all be in a world of beautifulness from this morning's business, guys. That's not a difficult call in anybody's book. That's a very easy call. So hopefully you got it.